Hi there, it's Andy here from RMS. Just thought I would give you a bit of video feedback on the GR Yaris, which I'm currently driving. As you can hear, the lovely piped sound of the 3-cylinder, speaker aided, as you've heard in many of the YouTube reviews. But here's my first impressions. I've actually ordered one of these cars, so I need to put my money where my mouth is. It's my first time driving it. First thing is Toyota badge. It's the badge of quality. It's the badge of reminding us of the A86 twin cam Corollas, A80 Supras, the GR Supra, which I previously reviewed. So it has a lot to live up to. The driving position, people complaining about it being high. I'm 6'1". Bit of headroom there, not too bad. All the controls are great. The steering wheel is not too chunky. The gear shift distance that they've talked about, it's so good, and the shift is super tight and snappy. Think Honda S2000, STI Impreza. The box is beautiful. The gear ratios are great. Immediately on the move, you feel comfortable in the car. It's an absolutely horrendously crappy day outside, and this car has given me 100% confidence. I'm on one of my favourite local roads at the moment, and it feels so planted, even with some water on the road and wet surface, and it just gives you so much confidence. Turns in fantastically well. All that, the solid mounted suspension, yes, you feel everything. I'm on a good road surface here, but I can feel where the car is. I can position the car on the road. It feels light and lively. The 3-cylinder 1600 turbocharged engine is so peppy and so full of fizz. It's unbelievable. So much fun. I just smiled since I got into it. I wondered, am I going to cancel my order here? What am I going to do? I just absolutely besotted with the thing. It's just bags of fun. And if it can be like that on an absolutely awful February morning, then what's it going to be like to live with? It's just going to be fantastic now. Just the mid-range go is just fantastic. It pulls hard to the red line. It's ridiculous for Yaris, to be honest. Loads of fun. Living with it day to day. It's kind of noisy in here. Solid mounted suspension, big tires. Probably the minimal amount of sound deadening, and I know there's been a lot of work to try and take weight out of this car, and no doubt that translates into a bit of road noise. I drove over a pothole in my own driveway, and a bit of a clunk, and that's just the nature of that sort of suspension setup. But it's just magic. The rest of the car, so we have auto blip. If I change gears, drop a couple of cogs, automatically flips the throttle if you have the IMT button on. This car is what I would call a comfort car. It's not a circuit pack car, so it doesn't have the limited slip diffs front and rear. It just has the open diffs. I'm not really feeling the benefit or the loss of benefit of that today, but I'm not really trying not out to drift around the country, maybe as much as I would love to. So it's still great. It's, for my money, still a far better 4-wheel drive setup than you would have a Haldex in Audi or something like that. So what else can I say about the car? The seats are comfortable and supportive, but they are not fixed buckets by any stretch of the imagination. So you have sort of race tech suede or whatever they call it on half leather. It's fine. The rest of the car, it's kind of plasticky and stuff like that. The enormous mirror that you see here, so some people have complained that gets in the way. It's not annoying me too much, especially because the rear visibility is pretty crap. You have that much of a view. When I got into the car, the back window was kind of steamy and wet and stuff like that. I couldn't see a thing that gets a tick in the box. This lift is just unreal. And that's just the effect that it has. It's just confidence as soon as you get in. All the controls are in great positions. Say, despite the seat height, which I have no problem with, everything feels great. Brakes are super strong, although I kind of expect them to be, because they're actually bigger brakes on the GR Yaris than they are in the GR Super that I have driven previously. And just loads of stopping power in weather like today brings on the hazards with the ABS. Kind of embarrassing, but at least you know you're trying. So I'm in the limits now, just taking it easy, cruising along 30 miles an hour. It's a perfectly comfortable place to be. My circuit pack car that I've ordered, no heated seats, no reverse parking sensors. It's not, visibility isn't too bad in the side mirrors, good visibility out the front. 3/4 visibility is pretty poor, a lot of plastic, tiny back window, but nothing that you certainly couldn't live with. This is obviously a car that tries to do it all as well. It is awesome in that respect because it's got the practicality of a hatchback, but with some of the fun of maybe a rear driver when you transferred. So I've got a mode controller here, and I can put it into track mode, which gives the 70-30 power split to the rear. And do you know what? The sound's piped. It sounds great. It sounds better than the EA888 4-cylinder Audi turbocharged engine in my TT that I came down to pick the car up in. It feels tight, it feels very well balanced. Again, that's hard to judge in the weather conditions, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. I just love it. Put a smile on my face the whole time I've been driving it. And it doesn't matter that there's faster cars out there, bigger, more practical, more leery. I don't care. I love it. I can see why everyone's raving about it, but immediately that has to make you skeptical. Is that product placement is where are people coming from? Well, Toyota aren't paying me to say this. I went and ordered one of these off the back of the reviews, and it's not due until May next year, so I had to drive it to see what it was like. Is it as good as everyone says? And it's a case of not quite meet your heroes, but I was certainly not let down. So there you have it.